pray for me, because I may be getting ready to just ruin one of the best things I've done. This is more about the relationship between the red-tailed hawk and Native Americans. Though the red-tailed hawk is native to North America, from Canada and into Mexico, and even into Central America. And Native Americans have seen this bird as ceremonial. They use it a lot in ceremonies, but it's also seen as a spiritual um, conveyor of prayers. For some tribes, they think that they can convey their prayers to the Great Spirit. There's so many meanings for this bird in the Native American culture. The Cherokee, they do not, now a lot of them, when they do ceremonies, they'll use the feathers and sometimes the bird itself. But the Cherokee, while they will use its tail feathers, they won't kill the animal, according to any of the literature I've read, because they consider it that sacred. And to kill one for ceremony or whatever just wouldn't be right. But they do drop feathers. All birds do, as far as I know. They are considered to be signs of strength and power, because they've got such sharp features, sharp visual, and they're straight. They've got a really keen visual and sharp visual acuity. They can see a prey from far up, and they have been known to dive I think around 120 miles per hour to grab they're very accurate when they do dive. Now, what I'm doing with this Native American now is I'm trying to weave this braid, and I know it's not going to come out looking like a braid at all if I use all one color. I mean, yeah, in reality, it's all one color, but I need to kind of, I guess this is going to be my way to approach that. How well it comes out, I just hope it really comes out well. But the hawk will, I mean, it's very opportunistic with it generally will have small rodents and animals, but it will sometimes eat another bird, smaller bird, or bugs. And the relationship, I guess I'm trying to show the relationship of why the Native Americans consider this bird to be so important, because of all those features, all those things. It's territorial. It's uh, it's aggressive when it comes to defending its territory. These are all things that make the Native American very respectful of this animal. So that is why I am talking about the red-tailed hawk while I'm talking about this Native American painting that I'm trying to do. Now, I'm not going to, how do I want to say this? I'm going to get kind of a silhouette of his face in tonight for the Native American. Tomorrow, I will be doing the actual features, because it's just I was surprised. Well, you'll see. I'm surprised at how I did with just the silhouette of his face and stuff. But yeah, now I'm coming down from his. That's his forehead. I guess they should be they should be well enough understood that I shouldn't have to tell you what each thing is, but it makes me feel better. Now, I was misquoting earlier or on a different video when I painted the red-tailed hawk itself that it was the Cheyenne that are very respectful. Well, they're all respectful, but they that will not kill the bird. I was mistaken. It's the Cherokee. And I think with any of them, you can see why this bird is very. Look at, I mean, it's very colorful. It's a striking appearance. I didn't do it any kind of. If I could have really done a good portrayal of that bird, its beak would have been much sharper. And but I think the portrayal that I've got is something like what you might have seen in some of their cultural paintings on maybe some of their where they lived or things like that. I don't know. From I just go by the information I looked up, and I'm trying to relate that. It's what I do with a lot of my things that I paint. So even today, these these customs and things that have lived through Native American tribes are still very important to them as a part of their history, at least. So you would not want to, I mean, if you were to go out and just with somebody to do some hunting, and if it's a Native American or somewhere where you know that that's important, you better ask them. I don't know legally. They are very plentiful. I mean, these things have learned to live in cities on skyscrapers. They nest on roofs. And so, they do have a very wide range. And so I don't know that there's any policy against hunting them, but I would sure be careful to make sure that you're not going to be causing a problem in whatever area that you're doing your hunting. I think the most important thing is, well, for any hunter is to respect that animal. I mean, they are God's own creatures, and He created them, so we need to respect them. Here's where I think I did something right with this portrait or this silhouette is that I went in and I gauged kind of what, remembering what the sketch that I did, but I gauged where to put in a neck and where to put, the place for an eye or the nose or mouth. I just kind of let it dictate to me where that would go as I shaped it. And of course, I had studied them. I've been drawing um, sketches all day of what am I trying to all day and other days of profiles and of these Native American headdresses and their features and stuff. So I'm kind of blending. I guess I could say blending. I mean, it's not that their features are terribly different than ours, but they do have a distinct look that is something that I need to take care of. I just feel I really need to take care of that without exaggerating it. And I think somehow, in just in this silhouette part, that I managed to pull that off. So at least I hope so. But I tell you, I was one nervous painter when I started this process. Probably about as nervous as I was when I started the hawk. And nothing's going to turn out perfect. It never does. Trying to cover all the blue without any um, blue showing through. I don't know if I even want to do that, if that makes any sense. I mean, I probably will, but I'm not sure that I even want to. Because, I mean, it is a painting and it's a representation. It's not, well, all paintings are representations, I guess. But it's no particular tribe, it's no particular, um, it's just supposed to be a representative painting. But I do feel like I got the profile in the silhouette that I kind of wanted. And I think that's going to help me so much tomorrow night. I cannot even tell you just how much that is going to mean. Now, when it comes to adding in the features, I'll probably add a little. Well, I'll be doing some dark, like behind the ear, there'll be some shading, some shadowing, make it a little darker there and stuff. Hopefully, someplace I'll put maybe some lighter things for, like, maybe where the sun's shining. I don't know. But, I will probably do a little bit darker for the ears and then the eye. I'm sure I'll probably paint a brown eye for the eye color. And I'm just, I'm giving it a ruddy complexion or I'm trying to, because, well, I know when my dad was out all the time in the sun and in the summer and stuff, his complexion got pretty ruddy. Yeah, I mean, kind of tan, and I think you know what I mean. If you don't, oh, I don't know how to exactly. It's like someone who's been out. It's not leathery, but it's someone who's been out in the sun a lot, and it shows in their complexion. And now some people kind of tend to carry a continual tan. I used to be such a host. Oh, here, now I'm ready to show it to you. Let me get it in there. There it is. Oh, come on, Glenda. I'm not used to the camera that there. Now, hopefully, that is going to be a good start for me to work from. Thank you. His brow, his eye, his nose. I'll do his lips, and I'll put an ear in here. I'll add a little more color for those, and then I want to put a headband. But I want to look up and do the right kind of headband and a red tail feather, at least one. So a lot of the ones I looked up had so many large feathers. I might bring this. There. so his head don't look so flat. Okay. Okay. It's wet, and I'm just going to leave it wet let it dry. And I may have to do some touch-up to get rid of this sketching, but I think I've got him in a good place right now. I had him sketched farther forward, and he was practically had the bird in his hair. Well, he's going to have a feather, but we don't want it flogging him. So, what I want to portray is the relationship. So far, I think it's not looking bad. So, just the outline of him. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I love you all. And we'll see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Smile and wave at somebody. And we'll see you then. Thank you. Good night.